Today we still talk about the vacuum being the Hoover, and that's a brand name, not the actual item, isn't it? I know that my grandmother was a really good cake baker. So our grandmothers were typically cake bakers, seamstresses. They were innovative, they had to hustle, they knew how to save money, and they knew how to prosper in the opportunity called Great Britain. Come again, let's have a look at this room here. One thing that strikes me is the lovely psychedelic wallpaper, the punch television, no multiple channels, just probably 1, 2, 3, BBC, ITV, or was it called ITV then? Who remembers? Don't forget, your house was not a Caribbean household if you didn't have the fish, the ceramic fish, and all sorts of ornaments that had to be dusted in the front room where you weren't allowed to enter. And the settee in the front room was usually for special guests and was covered by plastic. Do you remember? I know that whenever I went to my mum's friends' houses, and even at my mum's house, there was the customary cheese plant. Do you remember it? Anyone want to make a telephone call? Here it is. You didn't need a plan or anything. And for those parents who didn't like the fact that their children were ringing their friends and on the phone for ages, there was a customary lock put on there. Does anybody know how to get past that lock? Anyway, I've got a few friends that I'm going to be talking to, and we're going to go down memory lane and talk about the legacies, the generational legacies of the Caribbean.
Once upon a time, in the post-war era of the United Kingdom, the British Nationality Act paved the way for a legacy that would forever change the course of history. Among the beneficiaries of this legislation were the Windrush generation, brave souls who embarked on a journey that would define their lives.
Sue Brown with me. She's won many awards for her and conversations and insights into the history of black people coming from the Caribbean and living in the Massiah, Esquire sound system. Wow. Although the UK came over to the Caribbean islands and encouraged people to come over to this country to help build the country after the war, they weren't particularly welcomed.
No, I think they weren't welcome on many levels.
Yeah.
I think many ordinary people perhaps didn't realise that so many people would be coming from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And
they hadn't seen black people before.
For some of them they hadn't.
Yeah.
Especially up close and personal.
Like the original soul mans and what first come from the Caribbean and come and situated in West Bromwich.
Right.
And they built a soul.
Okay.
Everybody was soul, right? And like where we lived at a blues party, keep there. You understand me? And them times, well, that's when the music thing start in it, because them times the music used to keep down in the cellar.
One room. The one Inspector Lee's not here now. His father had a sound, campfire.
Yeah.
So he was born in it.
Right.
And been together, buying records at school with him. And then another friend, he met up while I was at work, Gussie. So we always with the love of music and love of sound system, listening to like the sound.
So if I didn't I have to have a set of special skills?
Well, yes and no.
In order to be in the sound?
Yes.
What?
You'd have to have some records, because everybody then tends to bring a bit of records at the start,
so
or
that
some
you
skill.
had a good selection.
Yeah, good selection.
Right.
Everybody put
when we was at school, when I was a music teacher, was playing Tchaikovsky and Mozart. We used to sneak out of school, ride the bicycle, go Black Wax, and buy records, Johnny Clark and them tune, and come back to the classroom and take off Tchaikovsky, put on a Bob Marley, and the whole classroom loved it. Everybody I sing. Honestly, it was great.
Good times.
But them times we dress better then than we do now.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
Because them times we wear cut trousers, we buy material. We go to the tailor man, and the tailor man have to cut your trousers and cut a suit, and with Beaver hat, Cecil G,
That's right. Gabici.
Pierre Cardin shoes. We actually look sharp.
Loafers.
You couldn't come out scruffy.
No.
Not like no.
That's why the name Esquire come to because
Right.
bossy man and thing too.
Esquire, man.
When we see the
These
man
days
them
you say
clothes.
you were represented.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. When man are just top. When man play them song and just need ragamuffin and look proper like Esquire for you, like
right.
Esquire.